Hey there, I'm Critsy. Welcome to Stellaris. I hope you're ready to get cozy, because I'm feeling real comfy tonight, and I'm here to pass the comfy down to you. Okay, here's the vibe, alright? I'm recovering from being sick, I'm just starting to feel better. It's a cool enough night tonight that I can wear my comfy shawl. I've got a flavor of coffee named Cozy Autumn Night, and I've got a list of mods curated over time to be just to my personal Stellaris taste. What's more, my favorite band to listen to while playing Stellaris has an album that I only recently discovered. I haven't listened to it yet. I've been saving it for this instance, so it's kind of like you're getting like the full Critsy experience here. This is like a peek into what I would be doing on my own. It's kind of like inviting you in to hang out or something, just because I don't really got the energy to be really bombastic or anything. But I've been wanting to play a strategy game for a while, and I thought, why not grasp hold of this mood that I'm in? So the music is from Stone Rebel. They make kind of like psychedelic space music. And this is called the Space Arc Collection Volume 2. I didn't know there was a second volume until today, so I've never heard this music. I reached out to them at one point, and they actually gave me explicit permission to use their music in my videos, which is really cool. It's really probably what elevated them to one of my favorites, due to how cool they were about it. Anyway. So I've already made myself a little empire that I'm hoping I can have some fun with. They're called the Messengers of the Oracle. Originally they were the Messengers of Shatteron. I think I named their leader like Oracle of the Exiled, or something like that. Because they are actually run by an AI, who I imagine is kind of like their... It kind of like exists as the backing of their whole governmental and financial system. Their whole economy contributes to the processing of this AI, and they're like fanatically religiously devoted to it, and they believe in complete utter freedom for every individual. So I'm imagining the whole of the government and managing the ports and stuff falls under this AI, and the people are just kind of allowed to do whatever they feel like. So I imagine as time goes on, it's going to become kind of like a free port sort of situation. They're very open people. I made a pretty simple species for them. They breed slowly and they live a long time. They're kind of like space elves. They're civics here. If you see anything you like, feel free to ask me, and I will try to figure out where that where that feature comes from. Or if you're not familiar with Stellaris, just don't worry about it. Okay, just enjoy. We're looking at Criminal Heritage, Gospel of the Masses, and Machine Cult. Criminal Heritage effectively means that this is not a... It's an organization. It's an organization, which is not necessarily a proper corporate authority. It's like a corporation in the sense that the Catholic Church is a corporation. Gospel of the Masses basically means like the business that this is geared towards is religion, and specifically the religion is dedicated to the creations of man. Kind of like, imagine they view machines as like the next step in evolution, and they willingly try to prop up the Oracle as like this benevolent singularity. So what this allows me to do is establish little like cult cells in other people's empires without having to have any kind of consent. My people will kind of just branch out and evangelize at will. They're going to accept anyone in. They're going to do whatever they want. The messengers of the Oracle have benevolently offered this free port to the world where any galactic denizen may come in and learn of the glory of machines. At any rate, that's the Empire. I'm going to spend a teensy bit on the world here. First of all, I want it to be tiny. I know it's going to be... It sounds boring, but functionally, the galaxy size doesn't really matter, because if it's smaller and there's fewer empires, the division of resources is still going to come out to be pretty much equal, just with lower caps. So everyone's going to still have like the same level of potential, just humbler. Okay, so it adds later in the game. It means that the performance is way better. It's basically the primary reason I play with tiny worlds. And I also have my tiny galaxies personally modded. I went into like the settings in like the files and stuff and changed it so that there's bigger and more nebulas, so it can kind of make it so that the whole galaxy is one big nebula, and it's really pretty. Anyway, habitable worlds, I might reduce that to make them like more valuable. Primitive civilizations, I'll leave it. Hyperlane density, I'm gonna reduce that to make it, more strategic. Gateways, wormholes, leave all that. Leave the growth and everything the same. I'll leave Caravaneers on. AI empires, what's the max? Minimum 0. If I enable random, will it include 0 as a potential? Or whatever, I'm gonna put in random number of empires. If it's 0, that could be really fun, because the starting scenario for this cult is they're like exiles from a larger fallen empire, and they've been kind of struggling for like 100 years on like this backwater planet that they were all jettisoned onto. Let's see, Marauder empires, sure. Fallen empires, apparently 0 is the default number. Crisis strength 0.5? No. 25 times the strength. Difficulty, cadet? Nah. Grand Admiral. Yeah. Mid-game, endgame. Yeah, I'll go ahead and leave those as default. Victory year 2500. I don't think that means that I have to stop there. There are some modded like post-game things that I can do. I'll go ahead and leave AI. I'll leave AI aggressiveness at normal instead of making them like all really angry. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I'll leave it at normal for now. Normally I play with high, but I want to see what it's like to not have to deal with the looming threat of war at all times. I'm so reluctant. I'm gonna flip a coin. You're not gonna be able to see the coin. Coin flip. Heads for high. Heads for high aggressiveness. It's tails. I'll leave it at normal. Okay. And there we go. If it takes a second to load, I'll go ahead and pause it, but I doubt it's going to take very long since it's tiny. And there we go. Wait, I'm not in a nebula. That's no fun. I'll be right back. The save's come. Well, actually, let me make sure the world settings are still... Yeah, they are. Okay, I'll be right back. Hang on, let me pause the music so it doesn't stutter. Okay, that is way better. Back to the music. Let's see. How exactly the original Alari colonists arrived on Shaturan is poorly documented, but we all know that they traveled a great distance in primitive starships. Many were lost during the journey, and conditions on the surface of our new homeworld were harsh at first. Famines, wildlife attacks, and countless other challenges were overcome, and eventually the planet was tamed. Surging population numbers and massive construction efforts soon gave us the means to traverse the stars. Our old homeworld is still out there somewhere. There is no living Alari on Shaturan old enough to have laid eyes upon it, but the fate of our ancestral home still occupies their minds. So what I'm imagining is maybe the original colonists were like maybe like scientists who had like this big idea. If we made a managerial AI that we just let run everything, people would prosper, right? And then the people back on the Alari homeworld were like, oh, no way, dude. No way is that gonna fly. We're not gonna start a singularity on purpose. But then we went to Shatteron and started it intentionally, and now we're back in space. You know, the trials of the homeworld finally over. I mean, trials of Shatteron now finally passing. And here's our, Planetary Diversity. That's one of the mods installed. It adds a whole bunch of different planet classes. Go ahead and randomize the worlds just to see what we can get. Event Horizon Offset Facility. I'll go ahead and let the AI use it, but I'm going to give it a challenge towards the end of the game. I'm going to add the Compound, which is a faction that I believe appears out of the Event Horizon Offset Facility. I've never gotten there yet, though. There's also a faction in the core. The Galactic Core has a Fallen Empire. I am going to turn off the various gigastructural engineering factions here, just because I prefer to play with the standard Stellaris ones. You know, it's cool and all the custom work put into this, but I don't know. I like Stellaris lore, you know? I'm also going to make sure that the AI has the same cost for megastructures as I do. Yeah, the reason I don't mind these like really powerful mods is because the AI can and will use them as well. Here's, going to go ahead and use the modded factions. Cool. And here we go. Here's where we start, right next to the Galactic Core. Man, if I left it random, I could have, like, made a rush for the Galactic Core and made my home in the center of the galaxy. There's some neat stuff you can do if you control it, but, you know, it's fun to have, like, a really powerful Fallen Empire in there instead. Sorry, I'm scooching around in my chair. Okay, so. Is that a little too loud? I don't know, I'm having a bit of a hard time hearing myself. Here, I'll just take one headphone off. Turn it outward. There. Easy. So, here's the Oracle of the Exiled, the AI who Shatteron has given birth to, the people who now live under its benevolent guidance. It is a fanatic spiritualist, but fanatic liberal society. So it's like pretty much anarchy, but they are united under the collective worship of the Oracle and invite other people in to worship as well. So, first order of business as the Oracle, I know for a fact that in a couple hundred years, something real bad's gonna happen. We're talking galactic shifting political event, okay? Natural disaster of stellar scale. So, we need to get ready for that. I'm going to go ahead and send some scientists out to survey probably up until the first point where I see I can fortify a little pocket of stars, and I'm going to start on researching quantum theory, biodiversity, and powered exoskeletons instead of, what's the other one? Instead of nanomechanics, powered exoskeletons. And I believe with that we can unpause and zoom back in just to look at the pretty star. Nice purple cloud here with Shatteron. Shatteron. Where's Shatteron? Where is it? There it is. There's Shatteron. It's a black planet. It's covered in basalt and volcanic plains and stuff. Now, we need to take a little look at our policies here. See what's up. Proactive first contact. Open borders. Excellent. Trade policy. Wealth creation. Industrial production of consumer goods. Looking more for instance, the cults. People can choose whatever they want. No. The creed of our religion is dedicated towards the machinations of our kind. It will give us additional alloys and goods and stuff, but It will also detract from the amount of resources we get because people will need more to do more work and stuff. Our recruitment policy, don't care. But the naval policy, I will select mass deployment. Okay, we're not focused on good ships, we're focused on many ships. Religious stance, can't select anything there yet. Mass media, free mass media, sure. I'll let people communicate however they want. Personal weapons allowed. Education, public education. You will be enrolled within the Oracle's great teachings, whether you want it or not. Well, I mean, they're a libertarian society, so how would public school work in that case? I guess a state-funded, official school institution that is nonetheless optional to go to. Maybe you can send your kid to private school if you want. Public healthcare? Yeah, you know what? The Oracle will care for all your people's needs. Just send us your weary, send us your injured. The Oracle will care for them. Sorry, I'm distracted by my rules here. Can't select any kind of economical, there we go, any kind of economical control yet. Arcade economy requires, can't tell, competitive ethics. This one requires cooperative ethics. I can't actually select any of those in the Empire creation without installing like an interface mod temporarily. Which is not updated to 3.5. So here's all the traditions from the various mods that I have. Stellaris Evolved and Traditional Thinking, I think, is one that...
the system.
Hello. Hang on. Let me examine. Prus. Right, well, I don't know which direction our dedicated 3 free stars are. Or 2, rather. But we're going to branch out this way because it's got to be that way, one way or another. We're going to send the Thumianiel. Oh boy. I don't know what... Thumianel. Over here. I don't know what name set I selected. Oh, yep, there's one. Go ahead and survey that. Grab it up as quick as possible. It's another basalt world. Don't have to worry about some ecological adaptation going on. Let's go ahead and... I believe what I want to select first is prosperity. Primary agenda of the Oracle is to expand the economy, to increase the church's wealth and influence. Here we go. The messengers must spread and prosper in order for them to survive. They may not like every decision I make, but I do it ultimately in their best interest. Oh, shoot, I'm skipping through things that I've already read. Our recent encounter with alien lifeforms has reignited and made suddenly more urgent the old debate on how we should approach intelligent life. Some advocate for establishing friendly relations, others advise caution, yep, and some insist they have ill intent, but we shall greet them with open arms and just defend ourselves if such is required. Hopefully it won't be for a while. Habitable world surveys. Our scientists want to conduct a survey of various habitable worlds, but no. We have more important things to deal with. Building upkeep from a tradition of administrative operations. Of course! Of course the first tradition our people would adopt is administration from the AI, probably. Let's see, what would be a good direction to go from here? I could probably close off this border in this direction. And get a couple stars. Ooh, it happened our next basalt world was over there. Cool. We have recovered artifacts from an ancient civilization on Risu 3. Incredibly, this civilization, which appeared to referred to itself as the Cybrx, seems to have been made up of machines that were linked together in a collective consciousness. 600,000 years old, in this portion of the galaxy at least. According to a partial data fragment our scientists managed to extract from the artifacts, the Cybrx at one point launched a crusade to destroy all life.
Our situation log is updated.
That's definitely something you want the A sentient AI of a religious cult discovering creative collectives, interstellar franchising, standardized construction templates. Let's go ahead and adopt a tradition of creative collectives, a system of autonomous, self-organizing collectives to run our schools. Nice. Sounds about right for our culture. Oh, another star discovered. Oh, Shatteron needs a little help with its economy here. I've been neglecting it a little bit. Let's go ahead and put down a couple more research labs and remove some of the waste of our poor fledgling days, our shameful past, just crawling out of the mud of this volcanic planet. Get rid of the slums, get rid of the wastelands. Everything shall be set right. Technology we shall have a pristine planet once more under the guidance of the Oracle, who knows all. Another tradition available, interstellar franchising. A focus on franchising allows even the most mundane planet to be open to thriving, dynamic business. Yep. Local jobs are very important because I don't want to micromanage the employment of every single planet. At least not very often. There's some really interesting origins in Stellaris Evolved, or there's another origin mod that I have. Some mod that I have adds an origin where your upper classes live on these like heavenly rings above your planets, and everybody on the ground is kind of like this dirt peasant. It's really fun. I've played with it a couple of times, but it doesn't work with the Lost Colony starting situation. We have a little bit of money left. A little bit of mineral left. We could give a couple more jobs. But no, I'm going to actually start colonizing. Let's put a colony here. Jamera? Sure. Let's go ahead and leave the anomalies alone for now, because we're on a kind of a gold rush here. And Cerulean Chamber. Nah. Astaroth. We're kind of on a gold rush. It's our colonial days here. We've just discovered the ability to fly, and Comet sighted. A light was seen moving through the sky of Shatteron, its gentle arc standing in contrast to the slow revolution of the stars. They see it as proof of recognition by the powers that be. It's a sign of the Oracle's divine heritage. Truly, what's our species called? Truly, the Alari people have created the pinnacle of evolution. A sign that their creation was divinely inspired, written in the stars. Anyway, fuck, what was I saying?
Survey the system.
Right, it's kind of like our colonial days here, Wild West time. You know, the Oracle is saying, go out, spread amongst the stars, and people are kind of setting up little colonial enterprises. We are a libertarian society, so these places are probably independent in themselves, but like culturally Shatteronian. Somewhere out there, there's a big, mean empire that wants us to come back to being their subjects. And as expected, this is going to be a relatively decent spot to seal off our borders. So I'm actually going to not create a new science ship because we're making colony ships. I'm not feeling great about this branch over to the Galactic West being neglected. I don't know, Our worship of holy machines and divine metal has a long history within our nation. Beginning ever since the first automatons were produced, it is our one true religion. And yet, since we first began our ventures into the cosmos, I'm going to go ahead and pause, there are those who doubt, those who would prefer to see their own heretical beliefs reflected in our government. But we shall not let them. That's probably why we're a lost colony. A grand political faction praising the machine god, the Oracle, and its teachings has been formed, with several high-ranking government officials and tech priests joining together with great cause. Cult of the Machine God. I'm gonna rename it. A great day for the messengers of the Oracle. Our colony ship has gently touched down at the mouth of a large river on Jamera. Alright, let me
We have surveyed the system.
First of all, promote the
Technology
cult,
conceived.
which I personally lead, the Oracle. Cult of the Oracle. Okay, let's slow it down here since we have a couple things to manage. First of all, administrative AI? Fuck yeah. Sounds about right. Hydroponics farming, don't need it yet. Nah, you know what? I'm gonna research it for later. I don't know. Is there anything else there that would give me... Genome mapping might be a better bet. You know, I'm gonna go genome mapping instead so that we can start along the path of genetic modification. All part of the Great Oracle's plan. Do not fear. The genetic modification outlined in his in its 10-year distant future predictions. It's certainly just a theory, right? And now we have an Ascension perk, which gives me a bunch of options. I'm going to go ahead and cull it down to the ones I can select now, and I'm thinking, even though I can't use it yet, I do need to unlock 1 or 2 ascendancy traits, such as Ascendancy of the State, which I can select immediately, but not quite use. It's a government perk, which adds another civic slot. Don't really need that many with this style. Ooh, robotic workers, nice. We're on a nice pace so far. And we're ready to go back to fast forward. Nice.
Our construction is complete. We have claimed a new nest.
Oh yeah, I picked Hive Mind just because it feels ominous for a collective of cultists to speak in unison. They're not a hive mind. It's just what they do. Imagine you come to Shatteron, everyone's speaking to you at once, and you can't keep up with it, and like you think like they've got to be under some kind of mind control, and they're like, no, we view it as sacred to be so in tune that we can speak at the same time. Okay, so now that I have prosperity, I can scroll down here to artifice, which is important to our The whole universe will know the mark of our creations. And we're going to adopt that. That is an advanced version of prosperity, which focuses around buildings and projects and such, which is going to be very important. We have established a new colony. Oh, and we can actually start... whoa, Chimera is huge. It doesn't have very many resources. But, let's go ahead and build some mining. Don't have robotic workers yet, but I'm going to put those in there eventually. Farmer, eco-simulation, AI-controlled ships, don't need that. Fusion reactors, fusion energy. A new era of power. Yo, is this a dead end? Nope. It moves up to that star. If I moved up to this star, I would have access to a bit more to wall off. And I'm gonna go ahead and make another science ship. Go, robotic workers, nice. Oh, I'm going to reselect appearance. I'm gonna pick neutral template because I think they're cute. Nice chill music. Build there. I think I'm gonna extend out to this star here.
We have found an anomaly.
Nope, leave it alone. Extend out to this star here, and then turn around and go to this star. See how far we can stretch out without disturbing any of our neighbors. I want like a buffer between our gateways and our core worlds. Building slots, excellent. Everything now has an extra slot, even our habitats and stuff.
Our construction is
Robotic
complete.
workers here? Nah. Jamera, though, can have some robots. We're gonna start constructing divine golems. upon our new colonies to assist the colonists in adapting to the environment, building their infrastructure. Servitors sent by the divine oracle themselves. Holy machines, dedicated to the prosperity of the messengers of his divine message. Nope.
A new nest is born.
I repeated myself.
We have found
Again, I'm a little sick, so... Oh wait, my ship. You there. Go ahead and hire a new scientist. Colonial scientist, sure. Go ahead and survey there, see what you can discover. See how far we can get away with stretching out. I don't quite like this setup here. I normally like to play around the edge where I can, like, you know, get one rigid border. Yeah? Like one way in, one way out. If there aren't many empires, I can guarantee that the people we branched off from, our cultural homeland, is going to be real strong, and it's going to be real upset that we worship robots. How long are you going to take, buddy? Where are you? He's only got a couple things to... Or she's only got... He? They're elves. I can't tell. Oh, actually, I think I might have made them genderless, too. They're elf. Okay? Yo, a hidden factory on Jamara. Jamara? On Jamara, we have found a building decaying from the old Cybrxkhan society. Ooh, one that excelled at constructing things that stood the test of time, like ancient Greek ruins found within our borders. Okay, leave it alone. See how far this goes over here. You know what? You just focus on that for now. Yo, another world. Ooh, that's a rare one, actually. That's a coral world. And how far do these stars reach out? Well, it does cut that star off, which is cool. I think it might also cut this star off, but it extends over there, and if I branched off to there, I would need to defend... Shh. We have found aliens. Sorry, I just skipped through things. We found... see, this is one border, okay? I'd like to limit my borders. One border... 2 border, 3 border. It would take our ships a couple of months to get from this border to that border. And that's what I don't like. That's why I like to have very few borders and a small collection of worlds. Who are these guys? Who's this? Oh, it's some kind of ominous machine. Fascinating. I was afraid it was some kind of competing alien, but you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and assign one of our envoys to figure out what that thing is. Send a diplomat to investigate the ominous floating
technology
geometry in space. Clone vats?
We have found an anomaly.
Cargo pod, nope, leave it alone. We can research all that later. I'm gonna go ahead and start researching military theory as well. Do not question the Oracle. We must prepare our troops for battle. A battle that has not yet come, that will not come for 100 years.
Conceived.
But trust me, it's necessary to start preparing now. I think we're safe to... Ooh, this place has a lot of rocks.
Our construction is complete.
Let's go ahead and start building some robots. Yoop. And probably safely fast forward now, right? Yeah, I think we're gonna leave this as our border over here. I could expand even further in that direction. I don't want to be too big, though. Our relative size compared to the rest of the galaxy... See, the further I branch out, the more likely it is... delicate lattices. Ooh. beautiful architecture that makes our citizens happy just by looking at them. Just by living inside of our buildings now, people are pleased. Anyway, better shields? The further we branch out, the more likely it is that we're going to discover actual politically ambitious aliens who will take the opportunity to stomp all over us if they get the chance, at least until we're strong enough to defend ourselves, especially if they, for example, feel like they have a sovereign right to our stars because we were originally a colony of theirs. You know, might have to go through a whole civil war. We'll see. Sometimes they're, sometimes they're pretty chill.
We have surveyed the system.
Sometimes they're just kind of like fascinated that we're still alive. Hostile vessels? The vessels encountered in the Hilo system appear to be somewhat outmoded, but nevertheless armed to the teeth. Piloted by sentient crews, but respond to hostility at any approach. We will have to treat them with caution. Interesting. Oh, there's like remnants of a battle here. Orbiting the star, I didn't even notice. Where are we? We're in Hilos. Pretty barren star. Oh, actually, hang on. Hilos isn't even in the cloud. Yo, I can't colonize a place that isn't in the cloud. That would be heretical. That would be unheard of. Yo, get out of here, dude. Focus your efforts elsewhere. I will willingly forsake that that star. There. Be gone. The Oracle has no need for cloudless worlds. The heretics can have the cloudless lands. We will dwell within the obscuring mists of the nebula. The clouded star stuff. What are nebulas made of? Are nebulas made of? Nebulae, sorry. Nebulae made out of dust, basic elements, hydrogen, so they are just clouds.
Technology
Of star stuff.
Founders reach out to make contact with our mind.
Okay, quiet down, please. Jesus Christ. New factions gaining traction, new faction gaining traction. We'll see about that. Although we have been unable to establish communications with them, mainly because they are unwilling to communicate, we have been able to identify the ghost ship as pirates. Really? Already? Indicators point to their culture being largely spaceborne, and some phenotypes observed among them match no known planet-dwelling civilization, new faction, alliance of Sarcosant truths.
Our construction is complete.
Alien Liberty Organization, Free Elections Committee. No. No. No elections.
Technology conceded.
I don't know, they can elect mortals amongst themselves as long as they...
We have found an anomaly.
As long as they...
Found an anomaly.
As long as they respect the Oracle. Oh, I'm gonna pick genetic
We have
research.
surveyed the system.
Colonization of alien worlds has opened up an entirely new field of biomedical research.
We have surveyed the
Starbase
system.
constructions? Don't need it. Really? Ooh, almost running out of consumer goods. Let's see, what are we doing on our colonies here? Got mines, How much space we got?
Technology conceded.
Gonna go ahead and build
We have
just some
surveyed the
habitation
system.
areas on these colonies, properly make a nice little town for them. Meanwhile, now that we have some mines on other worlds, I'm going to replace the mines on our home world with industrial zones, because I don't want to have to buy consumer goods from the people. I want to make sure the people are getting consumer goods from me.
Technology conceded.
Weapons... yeah, weapons for now. I don't necessarily want lasers, but, deep core mining, blue lasers, genetic healthcare, megastructure construction speed, colossal aspirations. We will make the unthinkable. Indeed. Slow down for a second. I think we're good to start expanding out to our final borders. Border there, border here, border over there, and that's it. That's the end. You can return home. Go ahead and function as a... There's Shatteron. Go ahead and function as like a space observation station for Shatteron. Thumianiel has become a museum after its devotion to the Oracle's expansion protocols. Well, speaking of the Oracle, we've almost filled up our AI core, which means we're going to be able to upgrade our AI soon. I like how the Oracle of the Exiled is like a full, clothed, robed humanoid android, while the servant robots are these cute little guys.
Technology conceived.
Ooh, wow, I don't like any of these options. Go ahead and pick cloning, expand my genetic knowledge, I guess. Now, how many scientists do we have here? 8, but I'm only getting 200 research. I don't know. I'm gonna build another research. Never mind. Right, I have to wait for the economies of Jumeirah and Astaroth to improve a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and manually designate them as mine worlds. There. Should eventually get rid of the colonists, turn them into miners, now that they have a dedicated purpose, as outlined by the Oracle. It's to sell minerals to the homeworld. No, not the homeworld, to Shatteron. I'm gonna have to buy an influx of minerals. Mineral stimulus for our forges. Let's see, every 3 industrial districts constructed, hyper-efficient infrastructure, construction without boundaries, that's for Arcologies, justified megalomania. No limits should be the norm for our creation, no restrictions should impair the development of megastructures and new Arcologies, and if any exist, we will prove it invalid. Indeed. And there's our artifice finisher, the reason I rushed for that. It allows me to build like teeny tiny little mini Ringworlds around planets, which is excellent.
Technology
very useful.
conceived.
It will be a while before I can actually make one. Ooh, upgrade the ships too. We need that. Destroyers.
Our construction is complete.
And there's our final borders. It's a little lumpy, but let's go ahead and set the Zakris about automatically upgrading our stars, and just leave him to it. Now, where is the other? There he is, the Serpete. Let's go ahead and start cleaning up these anomalies we detected during the colonial phase. It has now been 20
Our
years
construction is complete.
since
Technology
we were first
conceived.
brought online.
Technology conceived.
Bunkerbot. Let's see. Let's read this. Well, first of all, let me, I was hoping I could... There we go. Let's go ahead and, start on xenobiology and specialized combat computers, just because I believe this can give us some research. I want to make sure we're contributing to the right place. We've traced the unusual electromagnetic radiation emanating from Ililzan 3 to a secret subterranean bunker hiding a megacomputer the size of a battleship. Our researchers suspect that it may have been there for several thousand years, hard at work solving a very complex problem, the nature of which still eludes us. When the crew attempted to interact with the computer, they discovered that the facility, which had appeared both abandoned and unguarded, was in fact operated by a security AI, the highest purpose of which seems to be frying visitors alive. As the crew defeated the AI, it broadcasted a message to an unknown recipient. Signs of the Cybrx, perhaps. Let's see. Let it continue its mysterious calculations. Use it to boost our own research, or scrap it for parts. 100 alloys, or 10 years of better research. I'm gonna go ahead and pick the research option. There. Now we're getting a 10% bonus on here. And we're up to 16% now, 104 engineering research per month. Gonna get comfy. And scooch back in, let's see, what's next? So, earlier we got, abandoned cargo pod, discarded cargo pod left by someone in the upper atmosphere of Markov 1 long ago. Oh, hiccups. Submod escaped into notice of other spacefarers, and its decaying orbit means that it would have been lost in the gas giant's crushing atmosphere in another few years. Melt them down, sell them, or study. You know what, I'm gonna go and study. Research. Next, I want to go for Administratum. A legion of clerks and bureaucrats oversee the Empire, executing the will of the Oracle. Which, once I finish it, will give me yet another civic slot, which will complement the one I got from Ascendancy of the State. And by then, I should be able to actually use it, too. Markov, what is that? 8? Whatever, I'm just going to say 8. Markov 8 is uninhabited and indeed uninhabitable, but not unvisited. Its surface is littered with tall cenotaphs carved from some mineral not native to the planet, evidently placed there by some artistically inclined spacefaring race. The monolith's flowing lines deftly chart a history so fantastical it must surely be fictional. Surely! Neat. 2,000 engineering research. That boosted our ship project quite a ways, which is important for our defense.
Technology conceived.
The Oracle's plan, going along swimmingly. Let's see. Betharian refining. Betharian minerals appear to have originated from a singular source, but were scattered across the galaxy millennia ago. The minerals are most often encountered as pebble-sized clusters that are highly flammable. I don't even know where I got that research from, but I guess. Alright. Oh, shoot, I just skipped past another thing. We've got a couple archaeological digs for when the Cirpete is done with its explorations.
Our construction is complete.
Nope, we're ready for more jobs. Let's go ahead and install another research lab, along with some habitation areas. Ooh, we're starting to get more minerals from the economies on Gemerath and Astaroth. And Astaroth expanding. And I'm gonna go ahead and...
Technology conceived.
When we have a little more minerals, I'm going to also expand a farming district on them and eventually replace Shatteron's farms with more industrial zones. Having decrypted the signal, Nanao was astonished to discover it was broadcasting in an archaic form of one of our main Alari languages, speaking in these and thous and whenceforths. It appeared to be reciting one of the lost works of Kyotas, a renowned Alari playwright who lived some 600 years ago. It appears that the broadcasting device, a simple satellite dish protected by a small shelter, is the only non-natural structure on the planet. There's no hint as to who left it there or why, but going by the wear and tear and the evidence, it must have been there since shortly after the play was first written, long before the Alari learned the secret of space travel. We can only assume it was left there by strange visitors to Synagogue of Ligi, who took a liking to the play and decided to pay our species a strange and unexpected tribute. Wonderful news. Dismantle it. No, disseminate it. There we go. That makes more sense. A gift. We must find a way to thank our mysterious benefactor. Population happiness, but xenophilia will see a surge for a couple of years. Yeah, make the people happy.
Technology conceived.
More research. Super solid or autocannons. No, I'm going to research the super solids. We'll make autocannons easier to research later. FTL inhibition, important for strategic locations. We can upgrade our administration traditions, streamlined recruitment, efficient bureaucracy, standardized planetary administration, district cost minus 10%. That is currently relevant. Let's go ahead and start. Ooh, we can upgrade the reassembled ship on Chimera into a proper city hall, or town hall, I guess, village hall. Well, I don't know, it depends on how you view the population. Some people view it as, like, millions. Or billions, even. Because I think the Earth starts with, what, like, 12 population or something? If it spawns? Which would be, like, twice our current population. And it would be, you know, the game starts at 2200. Makes sense. Energy surplus on Shatteron. This just in! I didn't even bother to read the rest. More research! The Oracle demands your finest minds, people of Shatteron. Oh man, I just used the minerals I planned to use for the farms. Shucks. No, it's fine. We have plenty of food for now. Go back to fast forwarding.
Technology conceived.
We're missing trade posts.
Our construction is complete.
Terraforming? Planetary unification. Ancient warring tribes, historical nations in conflict, now unified under the Oracle. Ooh. We've got this planet over here, the Coral World. Really neat type of world. It's kind of once an ocean's world. Once an ocean's
Our
world.
construction is complete.
Plural? Okay. Solar Sailor. We've discovered an abandoned solar sail ship around orbit in Ashal 2D. The sublight vessel was built by an unknown culture and appears to be several thousand years old. One of the massive sails has a large tear where some kind of object passed through, most likely a meteoroid. 1,000 engineering research from this obscure vessel. Right. Anyway, once an ocean's world, due to a low magnetosphere and other ecological factors, it has almost completely lost its hydrosphere, while that of its water remains extremely high in mineral salt and slightly toxic. Corals of the world's ocean have adapted to a dry environment and can be found as forests on the surface. Neat. Let's see. Mineral purification, absolutely. Colonial centralization, absolutely. Ooh, more technology. Self-evolving logic. That sounds like something good to give to an AI. Why not? The Oracle must be uplifted in order to save our people. It said so. Okay, and upgrade another shelter and slow down a little bit because we can start building the farms. One farm here, one farm there, another farm here, and another farm there. Just didn't want to run out of minerals, and you can replace these farms with... Nope, not mining districts. Industrial districts. There we go. Who needs industry? Oh, you know what? This generator, too. Doesn't... We don't need a power grid, we have religion. It contributes to my processing power. The people thinking about me. It's how I gain my energy. Thought vampire. Let's see. Mining array, afterburners. Oh man. Gonna go ahead and study mining arrays since it's the easiest one and I don't really have anything there that I really want. You know, just to get the ball rolling. You know, sometimes you gotta research something you don't necessarily want in order to, you know, refresh your mind. You gotta take your mind off of it before you'll think of the solution you want, you know? That's the strategy I'm adopting here. Man, they're taking a long time with this anomaly. It's gonna take them years to study it.
Technology conceived.
Let's see, merit-based promotions? No, I'm gonna go efficient bureaucracy first. You know, wipe out the first row there. Okay. Improved destroyers, assembly patterns, absolutely. Better building speed. Standardizing the templates for our buildings, which are, by the way, beautiful. Gorgeous buildings. Got some dangerous animals on this basalt world. And some big old mountains. What about this one? Just dangerous animals on this one. We have no way to manage an entire population of animals. Which, you know, I mean, if Americans could almost completely drive wolves extinct from the entire continent, I feel like space people could probably drive hostile alien fauna extinct. Subdermal stimulation, deep tissue implants are the latest innovation and revolutionary overlapping of sensory engineering and entertainment experiences. Where we're going, we don't need skin to feel. Absolutely. Just because it's a rare technology. Weather control is useful. It wasn't useful enough to get me to research it before, but now I can. Bureau of Oversight. The Bureau of Oversight is an independent organization. Its overseers travel through the Empire, inspecting policies and practices by local administration. A written remark from a Bureau Overseer is the nightmare of any ambitious administrator. We must ensure that our local leaders are falling in line with the teachings of the Oracle. Why, it's only reasonable. We're a free society. We're freely religious. For the one state religion that is approved. You're free to worship any teaching of the Oracle. And I'm surprised we haven't met anyone yet. Normally they're already starting to intrude upon my territory. Not that I'm complaining. Right now to my people it seems like the only people that exist are long extinct and potentially our homeworld. Let's see. Ancient debris from some kind of massive Cybrx refinery has been found in orbit of the gas giant Lantana 3. Lingering energy traces suggest that it was destroyed by some kind of antimatter weapon. I'm gonna go ahead and track that one.
Our situation log is updated.
Go ahead and see if you can bring it back online. Sorry, what are these goals here? Right, those are the excavations. How's Shacharan looking? Here, let me... First of all, upgrade his capital. Let's see.
Our special project
man. It's starting to get a little crowded here. Evidence has been found indicating the Cybrx were mining helium-3 from Lantana 3, using this orbital complex to refine the gas before distributing it as fuel. Look at all that. People are starting to really branch out. Let me look at a colony for comparison.
Technology conceived.
No, I'm trying to zoom in here. It's so slow. There we go. Pretty. And by comparison, we can see like a couple of cities on this one. Okay, let's see. Synthetic brains, 0G refineries, absolutely. Habitability. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and habitability because these planets only have like 80% habitability. Well, actually, wait, is that due to the animals? No, the animals are not making it uninhabitable, they're just limiting where we can build, is all. So it's not that important. And the last trait for Administratum? Let's see. Oh, yo, we can get these Engineered Evolution, Flesh is Weak, or Mind Over Matter. Now here's where I need to decide, do I want... Because I have an interesting mod that allows you to kind of like multi-class. So I can pick Flesh is Weak, absolutely. Okay. We now possess both the technology to make advanced cybernetic implants, just researched that, and the means to mass produce them. Medical centers throughout the messengers of the Oracle are standing by to begin the surgical grafting process on our citizens. In the future, possessing neural implants and at least a rudimentary level of cybernetics will be necessary to function in the technological society we're building. All who enter the Oracle's domain are granted its blessing.
Our situation log is updated.
Those who resist will soon find that it was for the best all along. So, now there should be, additionally, something we can branch into that's a little more complex than just robotic parts. Let's see. I'm looking for... Purity of form. Nope, synthesis, that's one. Synthesis requires temporarily disabled. Interesting, I wonder why. Well, what about the other one? What about the Shroud Harmonization, New Potential, Transcend? Nope, that's the other one. That's... Where's the Shroud-related bionic implant one? Because that's fun.
Technology conceived.
Realms, technological perfection, gigastructures, vast expanses. Okay, I am slow right now. Friend Maker! It's not a trait I can already select, right? Wait. No. That's not it. Although it looks interesting. Genetic perfection, auto-singularity, cyber revolution, shroud harmonization, synthesis, purity of... Cyberphasic... No! Fuck! My favorite Ascension paths are disabled. No! Okay, well, I'll go full cyber revolution. No! Why? Oh man, that's disappointing. So cyberphasic infusion allows you to interface your bionics with psychic powers, which like allows a new revolution of technology. The synthesis allows you to it basically changes the implants around to be kind of like nanomachines instead of proper like implants and stuff. You got nanobots running through your blood. Alas, man, that's a shame because those things were fun. Let's see, auto singularity disabled. Fuck, dude. I don't know, maybe I should go check out why. I mean, I'm pretty sure the episode is almost over, so... yeah, it is over. I'm gonna go look it up real quick, see if I can figure out which mod that's from, and see if I can figure out why it's disabled. Well, that's disappointing. But, I mean, it's not the end of the world. I can just play with plain old cybernetic enhancements. Okay, so I looked it up. It was... God, I have the thing pulled up. It's from the expanded Stellaris Ascension perks mod, which is really good, but I was hoping I could show it off. But alas, it would appear I cannot. Oh well, it's disappointing, but... I mean, we could still have fun. With just regular implants, I could focus on other, other perks and stuff. The game did just update recently, so it's not that frustrating, and it's understandable. Again, I was just excited to show it off. It's not game-breaking or anything. My strategy is not derailed. Anyway, I'll catch you next time. For now, I hope you enjoyed me relaxing with some Stellaris. We'll see if this kicks off, if it's fun and stuff. Bye-bye.